Coach, an early personal foul penalty puts you in a hole after what looked like a promising drive. They score after that, roughing the punter. And then after that, offense is staying it out, and the defense wore out too quickly. And unfortunately, the result we saw tonight was a 33-point loss.
Yeah, not a good game. That was a bad game. I didn't do a good job of getting the boys ready to play. Everything that happened, you can go through a slew of things that were negative that happened, whether it's in a return game, roughing the punter, turnovers, the whole bit. So my job is to get these guys ready to play. We were not ready to play tonight. Hats off to UT Martin. They were ready to play. They physically beat us. They were better physically at the point of attack. So we've got to improve in that area. Offensively, we were lost the whole night. Could never get a positive thing going. And like I said, we just had too many non-hustling penalties and too many just negative plays and bad plays, especially in special teams. And that's really discouraging and really embarrassing. Just to be perfectly honest with you, really embarrassing on my part because that's my job is get these dudes ready to play, and we were not ready to play.
The loss has to happen early in the season. You have time to bounce back from it. EIU, a team that is struggling mightily right now, looking for their first win. But a Panther squad that's always usually pretty good, potently offensively. What's the next 7 days bring for your team before we go back to Roy Stewart next Saturday afternoon?
Well, it's one game doesn't define your season, and it can if you let it. But we have to develop from this loss. And there's a lot of learning that you can do from a game like this. And that's probably the biggest positive that we have is we're going to take a bus ride back 45 minutes to Murray, and there's going to be a lot of pain and regret on that bus. A lot of long faces, a lot of, man, I should have done this, I would have done this, I could have done this, both players and coaches. Nobody's immune to this. I'm in the same boat with them now. This is not, this is all of us together. However, there's one or two things you can do from it. You can let it define you and say, man, that's just who we are, and that's not who we are. And that's what I told the guys. It's not who we are. That was a really, really, really bad football that we just played, and that's not characteristic of us. So what we have to do is we have to make sure that tomorrow we come in with a purpose and a vision of letting this game develop us and truly watching that tape, going through the situations, going through all of the things and figure out where the miscommunication was, where the gap in coaching was, what are we explaining that we're not picking up, that we're not understanding, all of those things, where are the plays that could have been made, should have been made, but weren't, where is all that? We've got to look at that, and we all have to look at that with our egos in our pocket, and we have to develop from that. And the great thing about it is I'm sitting in there and I'm talking to the boys and I'm talking to the team, and they're all sitting there shaking their head, and they understand. So we'll learn a lot from this game, and we'll be better for it.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time. Be safe going home. Look forward to seeing you next Saturday.
Thank you.